done my findings and I've gotten to know that two things warranted why UAAG was unable to disburse. One, government involvement in the grant disbursement. Two, the banks. Yes, it may interest us to know that government has a hand in this disbursement. In fact, that government set up a committee to oversee the activities of Ken Wakama, Abdullahi, and the rest. And because of the way they have decided to follow these guys up, there was no easy agreement between them, because the UAAG officials have had their own plans before. But when this committee that is set up by the government came, a lot of things has to change. I'm not talking about reduction in money wise. No, they didn't reduce anything from anybody's money. But there are so many ways, as in so many steps, that this new body were suggesting to the UAAG officials that causes the delay. And these are things that the UAG officials cannot do about. That is one. That was why the remaining NGOs couldn't get to the bank level before this yesterday. It was this yesterday that the bank issue was finalized, and a go-ahead was given to them to start disbursement. Now, on the bank issue, I am not a banker, but I have had several narrations from morning till now that should suggest and support what I later got to know when I went into findings, that every month end, the bank rounds up their transactions. I don't know the procedure, but I just know that most banks, or if not all, will not want to give out money between the 26th of the month and the end of that month. Not even when we are talking of millions and billions of money. So, the bank has to find a way of delaying the process. You notice that a lot of people have come up to speak since morning that the bank has a hand in it, that Theophilus was the one instigating the bank. That was not so. It was not so. Theophilus cannot influence disbursement. Disbursement delays because the banks are following their own ethics, and coincidentally, people thought it is Theophilus that was instigating the bank not to effect disbursement. That is not true. It was a bank problem, not Theophilus. So, but with the promise that was given, which is the major thing I believe everybody want to hear, the promise is that from tomorrow, From tomorrow, banks will resume fully on the issue of disbursement. Yes, disbursement to the NGOs, don't forget, not yet to the cluster heads, sponsors, or beneficiaries, strictly to the NGOs. And I don't know how long that will take, but I know that should not exceed Thursday, tomorrow, and Friday, latest by Monday, so that as cluster heads and beneficiaries, we should be hoping for next week. Well, we all have right to our beliefs and speculations. For me, this was what I found out. I found out that it was not UAH's fault that disbursement delayed. But just as I told the person that was explaining this to me, I made the person to know that UAAG has a fault here. If you have a plan and people are expecting that they will hear from you, and your program changed, it is just right for you to come up and tell the people, this is what happened, this is what happened. For leaving people in the dark to decide, to begin to deduce from the UAG's action, is a bad one. That is where their fault come. So I told the person that is the only mistake I see that UAAG has done. And by the special grace of God, we thank God that we have not lost totally. UAAG will disburse, and they will disburse to the glory of God and not to any man. Good morning once again, and have a blessed day.